Hello, hello, and welcome back to Tell Me Why I Didn't Think of That, referring to the last episode where we just had a bombshell dropped on us, right, Allie? That our mom had another baby, and unfortunately that baby died. So now we're going to figure out what's in this box, but let me just examine this. Oh.
Back in your pond, Big Frog. Here, the Secret Keeper, hiding secrets in the clouds. Gold Lady stays locked up in her castle.
Yeah.
We'll let the mangy muskrat have his rock back.
I knew I'd found a lot more.
In the forest, obviously. There you go, stalwart moose.
So I'm missing one there. And 2 there. I mean, that's not bad for someone who wasn't trying to look for collectibles. All right, let's look at this.
The princess lost her most precious treasure. That's why it all happened.
I still can't wrap my head around it.
All right, should be easy enough.
So it started here, so it O-L-E.
That crowbar is sounding pretty nice right now.
Shut up! O L E.
The princess lost her most precious
I'm
treasure.
sorry, that's the order that this is
I
in.
still can't wrap my head around it.
Oh, it's the colors, yeah. So E is the orange. Yeah, okay, so it was red, orange, yellow, right? So L-E-O. Sorry.
That crowbar
Leo!
is sounding pretty nice right now.
Ba-dum-ba-dum. L E and O.
Yes.
Was that his name? Seriously, who built all that shit?
Did it just get darker in here?
Weird.
Ollie, she noticed.
Dear Alyson and Ollie, we write stories to understand and be understood. But what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
Because that's probably where she buried the child. Aww.
Is that?
Leo Ronan.
Why didn't she tell us about him? Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I mean, it's fucking terrible. That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And clearly she wanted you to know because she left you, like, these notes, you know?
Come on. Let's go to the dock. It's time to finish this.
Okay. So we're not doing these things?
Crafty goblin's loot.
That's from the Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. Then you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Oh, I don't, but I'm going to look it up. That's what I'm gonna do. The thieves. We stole cake.
Maybe they took
Fruits.
some of the princess's fruit? I'm pretty
Eggs.
sure they stole some eggs.
There we
That's
go.
it. I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
Well, now we've seen it.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, okay?
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story. What did he give her again?
Why don't we open up the book and check?
The old bear's gifts for the princess. Okay, so salmon, berries, and a bluebell.
A handful of ripe berries? Huh. Fresh caught salmon?
There's a bluebell.
A newly bloomed bluebell?
Cool.
Nice. Man, he had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Whoa, sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is, I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You're strong and kind, and you know so much it's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head. But I want you to know I got the message, and I'm going to get out of your hair now. And there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can pass in the street and say hello or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Yeah, boy, he was smitten. He was smitten like a mitten. Let's go do these other ones.
The very old beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they...
Yeah, I get it. What did they fix? I saw something about a storm. They fixed the roof, the post,
She slapped the post with her tail to write it.
and the walls.
She fixed the planks that... All right.
Nice. This is actually kind of fun.
That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me the past few months. I can't even imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady when you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want me to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favor. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave front ever since his father died, but I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and the peace you brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? Aw. Okay. And the last one.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
Of course, the goblins had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know,
Pay off the debt to the pelican. Okay, the crafty goblins. Okay, it might be this one. It might be the pelican forgives the goblins. Okay. Drop the beehive.
It broke open the beehive for the bear.
We gave the princess a hug.
They hugged the princess when she was crying.
And we scratched the moose.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the back.
Got it.
Their
Look.
lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
Tessa, Pelican Crossing specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier. This business plan is prepared and financing. Oh, so Tessa, before everything went south, was thinking of coming up with a little specialty gift kind of boutique to run with Marianne. That's nice. All right, well, we figured all of these things out, so we can leave now. Right? Let's go. Boop, boop.
you really want to go? You sure we've seen everything?
I mean,
I guess we could stay a little longer if you think there's more to find.
we saw everything. We did that one. We did this one. And we did that one. Yeah, don't try to fake me out, Allie, let's go.
You really want to go?
Yes.
You sure we've seen everything?
Yes, let's go.
Either way, I'm ready for this to be over.
Me too.
I'm ready for this game to be over. I don't know if this is actually going to be the end of the game or not because it has 3 chapters, but I don't know if that's all the chapters.
What are we waiting for? I want to know who was here that night.
Okay.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing with.
We can do it, sis. Sorry. Remember together with the power of twin!
Almost. Tom Vecchi is our father?
Oh, you don't say.
Had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. That's what she didn't want to tell us.
God, Marianne and Tom?
I know.
What should we do now?
Yeah, call him out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he won't?
We know his secret. He will. Tom, it's Alyson. We need to talk. We know it was you.
What if he just ignores it?
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better.
You got it, sis.
Anyway,
Sure. Whatever. As long as we get answers.
This is not at all ominous.
Kids, listen.
you're our father.
Yes.
You knew how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? Well, we didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it. And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked. I was terrified that this whole thing was gonna blow up in my face. I had to do something.
Well, what do you want me to do? I was afraid for myself, so, you know, I tried to do stuff. Oh. What's happening? What should we do now?
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's got to fix the mess he made. One way or another.
Okay. You have to make this right.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
I'll do whatever you want. As long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This would kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything.
No, a lot of women don't say anything if they're prepared to just
Talking to your wife?
ignore the fact that
Maybe
their
if you
husband is
had,
cheating.
We wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
Yeah, you fucked her, so wasn't that unhinged?
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up.
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman.
No.
And she'd been so many places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up.
Got me feeling
Love made me
it, caught
a
up.
fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign.
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
he's up for election.
Jesus, Tom.
I've kept your secret all these years. I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Oh.
That night, I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
This burger's getting juicy, y'all.
Why do they do it? They made me do it. They made me do it. Why did they do it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
No. No way. You're a fucking liar.
I saw what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Alyson. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does.
I mean, to be fair, she already told
His
the
name
chief
will be
of
all the clear,
police.
but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say? And Michael? Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch her.
You know I'm right.
Just get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Just please, think twice before making any rash decisions. There are a whole lot of lives at stake here.
Leave us the fuck alone. And never come back.
Well, you told him to come there, so. It's not like he came there to harass you.
Allie, you okay? You didn't let that asshole get to you, did you? Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
He's trying to mess with your head, and you're letting it work.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head.
She just said
Don't let him
it's
get away
been
with it.
since they started
might
digging,
not
which
be
means
right.
not.
We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words, with the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible.
Well, if it asked me to choose, I'm choosing what Allie remembers.
I don't know.
Because it makes more sense. It didn't make sense from the beginning.
And we're never gonna know the truth, are we? Because the second you walk away from something, that's it.
Yeah.
I guess at this point, you just have to decide what you believe.
Me?
Yeah, you need to start dealing, Allie. And that means coming to terms with whatever version of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Well, I choose to believe that I was wrong.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm glad they make that nice and long so you can't do that by accident.
Oh, please. No, don't do this. Alyson. This isn't what... She was going to kill herself. Just herself. You interrupted her and we got confused.
Are you sure?
Yes. That attic. Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here. Hey, peep what I just found downstairs. What do you think? Will it have aged well, or just gone bad? Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you. And I killed her.
Stop.
I mean, do you want her to deal with it or not?
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it. This morning, I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions. Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen again.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop. But I really want to keep what makes us, us.
The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the Moon Hag
But she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted
What do you
the day
think?
he would emerge.
Brothers and
To
sisters?
once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. Always. And that is the story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the mad hunter.
Six months later. Hey! Tyler looking pretty clean, all shaven and shorn.
One last look. I'm good to go. Hey, it's me.
Oh.
Me?
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep, gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
What about Tom?
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes, I saw your message right before derby practice, so I didn't have time to read it. But I did cackle at the headline.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, think I should swing by the store for one final fuck off?
See you never, Vecchies.
How's Juno?
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until I get there, okay?
Okay, but you better hurry. If he gets his way, we'll only have one small shelf for junk food.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
How are you?
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week, and after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take one last walk through the house and then head to the ferry.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Alyson Mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
Love you. Okay, bye. Interesting. Sit here for a minute. Gorgeous view. Okay.
Everything okay, Ty?
Actually, yeah. Everything really is.
I mean, he looks super happy.
Yeah. Time to move on.
Ah. Look at this scenery, man. Fantastic. Back to the house. Let's finish this up.
Last night's dinner wasn't that good, but better than going back to the Vecchies. Turns out you didn't need our help losing the election, Tom.
Nice.
I should pick up Allison's stuff on my way out.
We're just gonna go very fast. Severance check, last of personal items. Okay, that's from Tessa. Send picture to Alyson. Okay. Interesting. That was cute. Okay. Take all those pictures. What is this? Goblins, word in town you guys finally sold the house. I came by tonight to help you fix what needs to be fixed, but there was nobody home. Are you gone already? Things change so fast these days. Anyway, you know where to find me if you want to fix things. If you're still in town, I mean. Oh, I'm sorry for acting like the stupid ass I am. Everywhere I look, I think about what used to be. I've been trying to do better, but I think it might be too late for an old bear like me. Not sure if this will reach you. It's getting late. Call me if you're still around. P.S. I wish it was as easy to fix everything as a boat.
Seeing it empty is so weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
It really is weird once something is emptied out, just like it's weird once something gets filled up. I don't know why I picked that up. Michael, must be relieved to finally be done with that place. No doubt. If traffic's not too bad, I should be back at our place around 4. Haha, traffic in Delos. Only if the mailbox bandit escaped. Hey, I'm making that biscuit thing you like. Damn, on my way. I'll probably take out some fire hydrants and stop signs. Don't die, I'll keep it warm, see you in a few. Yeah. Fake. Alright. Do I not need this? I didn't see an option to take it. Oh, I couldn't turn it before. Oh, that's dope. Why can't we take that? I wouldn't leave that there. I love those, like, holographic things. Bathroom? Nothing. Do 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 do.
Goodbye, room. Goodbye, room. Goodbye, man on the moon?
For some reason, I find that motif
For posterity.
equally good and sappy. Okay. What face is she going to send in response to that?
Certainly hope the new owners are Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
It's actually a pretty nice house. And it really does have a fantastic view. I don't... Oh, goblins. Aw. Cute. Oh, I guess that's it. And if it's not, who cares? I'm ready to finish this game. Dun, 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 dun. In.
Such a good day.
Hello, Tyler. Annual queer prom. This is that thing I was telling you about. See you there. D. Can I go now? I'm glad he has all the toys and stuff. Can I leave? I want to leave now. What else? What's my objective? Gather your stuff and lock the... Oh, I gotta lock the house. Oh.
Well, this is goodbye for real, I guess.
I also guess, Tyler.
Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going along with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief, about it going in circles. This morning, I was out on the porch staring at the fog, and my mother, she just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember. Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
That should have just been a flat cut to black, but okay. Complete the story with the twins strongly bound together. Okay, so I guess you get a different achievement if you guys don't do so well. I wonder if you can do that last section as Alyson instead. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if your bond gets so broken throughout the course of the game that Tyler is kind of like gone or whatever. But okay, so that was Tell Me Why. I like that it didn't overstay its welcome, that's for sure. I appreciate the fact that, again, just like the other games, there was kind of a magical element to it. But what I think I appreciate about this more than Life is Strange 2, which again, I have not finished yet, so take this with a grain of Himalayan, but I like that this game didn't make the magical thing the focal point. It was just used as a vehicle to explore this background story. I feel like Life is Strange 2, like, the magical element is the story. It is what defines it, which doesn't necessarily make it bad. I just like this approach to it better, where it's just, you know, here's a thing that happens, but we're gonna tell like a really human story behind it. And it's not like they're not telling a very human story in Life is Strange 2. It's just that it's a very human story centered around something that is inhuman. Or superhuman, as it were. I liked the fact as well that even though this is a trans character, they didn't like ham it up as much as they could have. You know, they did introduce, I think, all the things that need to be addressed as far as representation, you know, that they didn't make it seem like everybody would hate him. They also didn't make it seem like everybody would love him. There was a realistic blend of, you know, people who were just kind of nasty about it, people who were completely accepting, people who were on the fence. people who want to be, understanding and accepting, but it's just kind of difficult for them because they're not used to it, which to me personally is fine, but to a lot of other people out there is not fine. Like a lot of people think it's not okay that you struggle with something, like struggle with calling them the right pronoun or, not using their old name or dead name as it's called. Whereas I think I'm a little bit more understanding that not everyone's behavior can change overnight. So I do like that they had this range. And also in keeping with the theme of liking how they addressed being trans from, different angles, I like that he got called out on his bullshit, because that's another thing that I sort of take issue with is when someone is in a situation that is genuinely traumatic for them. People act like you're supposed to just give them a free pass to be assholes and to make everyone else's life about them and their situation. And so I like that the game eventually did call Tyler out on that, because in real life, I don't see people do that enough. I again appreciated that there was another little twist to the story that wasn't completely predictable. The fact that Marianne had another child. I don't, however, appreciate the fact that that also, like Michael, felt tacked on, and like them trying to do this sort of backward psychology where it's like, that's why she was as crazy as she was. And I felt like it oversimplified whatever she was going through. I do think it was greatly explored through the other characters, like her descent. But yeah, it just throwing the baby in and then being like, oh, she was going to kill herself, not because they were going to take away her kids, but because she had another kid who also died. I didn't feel that was necessary. So I'm on the fence about that too. Like, on the one hand, I like that it was something thrown at me that I didn't see coming. On the other hand, could just as easily have done without it. Other people, again, I'm not other people. You may play this game and found it all very powerful and all very meaningful, and you may be interested in going back and kind of piecing things together now in retrospect and saying, yes, now I can understand why this is what the dynamic was and why this is what the stories were like. And that's fine. I think that's one of the beauties of narrative-based games is that everybody gets to put into it what they want for themselves and take out of it what they want from themselves. So overall, I would say this is good. I'm sure there are things in here that some would consider problematic. You can always nitpick, but I do think that they at least tried. Whether you agree that they accomplished it or not, that's for you to decide. Beyond that, as far as just the craft of the game, the dialogue in this was much better than Life is Strange games. It still had this kind of like cheesiness to it, but it felt like more of a believable cheesiness rather than like an unintentional cheesiness, like in the other ones. And I thought the direction, like the art direction of this was much better. I think it was a step up from Life is Strange 2. The pacing, however, I still feel like they go a little overboard. They just really need to cut some of that down, at least for me. But with the game being as short as it was, and with everything else, once you get past that part, being pretty quick and pretty streamlined and sort of, linear, it wasn't so bad. So anyway, let's finish this up right and proper with the choices. Alyson was grateful they completed Marianne's puzzle. So 81% completed it, and I was in that group. 61% believed in Tom's testimony. I, as well, was in that group. 94% held on to their voice. Twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Only 6% let it go. So I'm wondering if that had to do with how bonded we were towards the end. Eddie was relieved that Alyson accepted responsibility. So 66% confessed. 34% did not. 71% listened to Sam's story. 29% confronted Sam with his addiction. Well, I was in the 71% and I didn't feel it was the time. 65% kissed Michael, 35% did not. So I'm guessing that was going to happen on the ice. And I'm glad that I did not, because again, Michael, and this is not, anything to do with the person that is playing you. Like the way your character is written, I don't like you. Sorry. But that's it. If you or anyone you know are struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing emotional crisis, you can find help using these resources. You matter, and we need you in the world. So it's got the number here for the new, suicide hotline. You can look all that stuff up if you need to yourself. But again, for the last time, that was Tell Me Why. Another game completed. Thank you so much for being here for it and for watching these videos. Even if it's only like 2 of you, I still appreciate it. And I will be back soon with another video for another game.